cannot sustain the gospel work to move on. Especially because you will not always be there to see whether there is somebody groaning. Oh, allow me to cut that. There's something we talked about last Sunday, and again I must complete with it. Contentment. Do you remember last Sunday, contentment? Is there any connection between contentment and generosity? Is there any connection? Here is a point. Thank you so much for those who are saying there is. You see, if I am discontented by what I am receiving today, or where I am today, I will not be generous. Can you see that? If I am complaining that I actually live in a bed-sitter, I will never invite even my neighbor for a gospel conversation. In fact, I will always be hiding myself and telling them, mimi niko hapa tu, nikopita ninapita, hapa nitaondoka tu. But also, if you are not contented by the 10 shillings you are earning today, you will not be able to give one. Si ni ukweli? What are the probability? This is where my actuarial science helps me. What is the probability that the person who earns 10 shillings and cannot give 1 shillings, when they earn 1,000 shillings, they will be able to give 100 shillings? What's the probability? 0. That's the thing. And I know some of you might be saying, Pastor, mimi, wacha ile siku, mutanitambua. Mungu akinisaidia hata hii tena nakuja na ngoa yote na kuweka mabati or something. Well, thank you. But no, be faithful in the little that you have. And that's a connection. Let me mention something else. This is more Kenyan. If you are discontented, you find it hard to give because you will try to live life beyond your means. And I think there are many of you who might say, Pastor, I really want to be generous even to missionaries out there. But you are unable to because right now in your phone, all the mobile apps, you have a debt. Because of not being contented in where the Lord has placed you, you rarely have enough to give. Does that make sense? And I find myself there. We were discussing this with my wife. If we keep on wanting to live the next standard of life, what that means, we are not even able to give. And every time we are crying. So, I hope this is very helpful for us, especially because we are a young congregation. No matter which job you get, life has a way of, you get a greater job. Have you realized that? That's the time you realize there are better houses. Have you realized that? That's the time you realize where you have been living is far off from the tarmac and you want to get nearer. And of course, at the time you realize, hata hii nguo imechakaa sana. You need to change. Contentment will help us. May the Lord help us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amen and amen.